The Tory government's continued delays and obfuscation on the provision of economic support, especially for job retention and furlough, has effectively interfered with the ability of the devolved administrations to make the decisions that they might have wanted to. The obfuscation is continuing, even at Prime Minister's questions, even in the responses of the Prime Minister to my honourable friends who intervened on him. On Monday, to members across the House from Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, the Prime Minister kept saying that furlough was UK-wide. Then, conveniently, in response to the honourable member for Murray, he said, of course, furlough would be available whenever the devolved administrations need it. And then today, at Prime Minister's questions, he said, well, we have to wait for the Chancellor to make a statement tomorrow. And he repeatedly says, oh, the SNP won't take yes for an answer. We'll take yes for an answer when it's put in writing to the Scottish Government and is clear and unambiguous. This Tory Government has to urgently engage with the devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland and confirm that if any of these governments move all or part of their territories into lockdown-level restrictions with the closure of non-essential retail, hospitality and leisure, that funding will be available on the current furlough terms for employers to retain staff at 80% of their wages. The Scottish Government is also still waiting for clarity on Barnett consequentials as a result of increased spending for English local government. And there is still no clarity on whether the unlimited payments for business support in England will be made available on a similar demand-led basis for Scotland. So this has to come in writing on usual channel terms from the Chancellor before he gets up and makes a statement in the House tomorrow. As I said to the Prime Minister in the Chamber on Monday, his furlough scheme is in place across the UK until December of this year. The equivalent scheme in Germany is in place until December 2021. That is the kind of certainty that employers and employees alike are crying out for. That is the kind of certainty that businesses need to plan for and adapt to a health and economic crisis that will not go away anytime soon. Which is why the Government has to use this time wisely and well. It must use the period of heavier restrictions to work with the devolved administrations to improve test and trace across the United Kingdom, to make sure that capacity and support gets to where it is needed in the 4 health services, and it has to put in place provision to support businesses and the economy in a way that will provide certainty for however long the crisis lasts. Mr Speaker, I want to acknowledge, as the First Minister of Scotland has repeatedly done, that lockdown is tough. There are hard times behind us and there are hard times ahead, and all of us in the SNP want to say thank you. Thank you to our amazing NHS and social care workers, to others on the front line. Thank you to the business owners that are being forced to close, to their employers, their employees, who are making huge sacrifices, to the excluded, who have had no support whatsoever from this government and are still holding their heads high.